so much of the result in November will come down to the turnout. And the interesting anomaly here is that while Donald Trump drives a lot of his base to vote, he'll get a lot of his own base to turn out. He'll probably be a major force in driving a lot of Democrats to get out and vote as well.
Yes, absolutely. It happened in 2020 that many Democrats who voted for Biden really voted against Trump. And this will happen again because Trump has a very enthusiastic group of voters. They are smaller in number, slightly smaller than what Biden has in number, but Biden's coalition is sprawled out and it's not as intense in its feelings about supporting Biden, but they will come out to oppose Trump. It's going to be a really dynamic race because of those different dynamics on both sides. So we should be interesting to watch that.
Peter, is there any talk of a late Hail Mary pass at the Democratic convention to replace Joe Biden, given the doubts that many Democratic voters themselves have about his ability to serve another term?
You know, I don't believe that's really going to happen because it's so far late in the game. And if that happens at the convention, you know what they say, don't change horses in the middle of the stream, right? In this case, it's even more crucial because Biden has already won against Trump back in 2020. His numbers are, picking up. In fact, Trump's numbers went down with women voters in the last week by 5%. So there's a chance, again, state by state election. So it depends on the Electoral College. And if Biden can hold on to those swing states, which he's a little weak on right now in some of them, because in Michigan, he's behind Trump, mainly because many of his voters that would support him may stay home. They voted uncommitted during the primary because they were upset with him on his position on Gaza. Those kinds of problems are what Biden is facing, but he has to make sure he can bring his people out to vote and generate the anti-Trump enthusiasm because they're not so much for Biden at this point. But Trump has a problem. He cannot expand his base. He's got a very committed base, but he can't seem to expand it to more voters like the Nikki Haley voters, for example.
Yeah, it's such an interesting dynamic we're looking at in 2024. Just finally, one thing we do know, Peter, is there's still a long way to go, really an eternity in politics.
It really is, because 8 months away, that's quite a long time. And by the way, this is the first election, I think, in recent years that this much time is left before the general election from the primaries, the clinching of the primaries. So it's going to be the longest campaign ever in recent history. And it'll be interesting to see what could happen, what faux pas might occur. I would like to say that it's important the American people focus on the issues, though. There are two very different, distinct approaches to politics and to the future each candidate has on economic policy, on foreign policy, as well as on their personal lives and their personal characters. So people should be paying attention and vote accordingly.
Professor Peter Mathews joining me live from LA. Thanks, appreciate it.